a simple example. If you have a regular customer, okay, then you don't need to give the quotation again and again, and you don't need to create an inquiry again and again. The regular customer will directly give you the PO, so you can directly start from the sales order itself. This is only required when the customer is new, when the customer is buying a new service from you or a new material from you. Only in those cases, inquiries and quotations will come into the picture. If the rate is already agreed with the customer, then most of the time you will be directly getting the purchase order. So you can directly create a sales order in the system.
Okay. Okay.
I have a small question on this expected delivery date.
Mhm.
Okay, now like until my sales order I create and I allocate the stock against the sales order, my stock will not be reserved. So if during between the quotation and sales order, if there is a time delay, will there be a chance of reserving the goods in the quotation itself? That is not possible, isn't it?
No, that should not be done, na, because see, when you are giving the quotation to the customer, you are right. You have a particular uh, stock position at that point in time, right? So based on which
Mm.
you communicate to the customer that we will be delivering this material on this particular date. But yes, if there is a, let's say there is a time gap between quotation and sales order, you are given the quotation maybe in the month of let's say June, and now customer is giving you the order in the month of September. Definitely there are chances that whatever date you have promised, whatever number of days that you have promised, you may not be able to deliver on that date. But that is common. Even let's
Okay.
take an example. If you order me something, if you tell me, okay, sir, I want to go for the training, can you tell me the details? So what I'll do, I will give you the details about my next batch, which is planned maybe from next month. But after 3 months, you are coming back and you are saying that, okay, sir, now I am ready. So definitely I cannot deliver on that particular date. So that we definitely need to go in the quotation and we need to change it based on the new date that is agreed, and that date we have to enter in the sales order,
Okay.
right?
But like, is it possible, say, like a sales order I do and allocate the stock and then wait for the PGA? Will at that point of time my stocks will be reserved against the sales
So
order?
you are saying I create the sales order and I want to reserve my stock, right?
Yes.
Yes, 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 that is possible. That is when you create the sales order, system determines the material availability, and as soon as this material is confirmed against the sales order, that
Mm.
stock is reserved for the sales order. It will not be given to any other customer.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So when
PGA
you
I
create,
can do it later
there is an option.
and then the billing.
It
That
will
is
come later.
that
PGI will
cycle is
come
okay,
here.
right? Okay. Mm-hmm.
PGI is during the delivery.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. We will see these things in detail, like how the PGI is determined, how the availability control is determined, how the system will know which order to confirm, which order not to confirm. Those are all our subsequent sessions that we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, so currently, let me show you how I can create the inquiry in the SAP system and how I can convert my inquiry to the quotation, how the quotation can be converted to the sales order, along with the important configurations which are required at each place. Okay, so what I'll do is, first of all, I will show you this entire cycle using traditional GUI. I'm not using Fiori as of now, because once you understood the entire process, then executing the same process in Fiori is just something which we can do in one session itself rather than doing all these things in Fiori. If you do it parallel unnecessarily, we will waste our time. So either we do in Fiori or we do in the traditional GUI. My recommendation is first you do in traditional GUI, gets your hands on, and then for the better user interface, try the scenarios on Fiori. So all the sales and distribution related transactions, obviously you are going to do through logistics within sales and distribution. And currently we are talking about the sales process. So if I open the sales, you can see it starts with the inquiry, then there is a quotation, then there is a sales order, okay, and then based on the shipping, you can see you can ship the material from here, you can create the outbound delivery from here, and then finally you can do the billing from here, right? So these are the different nodes that you are going to use. So let me start with this inquiry, quotation, order, and later on we will also understand what are the scheduling agreements, what are the contracts. Okay, so wherever required, we will be discussing the advanced topics also. Let me start with this inquiry. So if I open this, you can see within inquiry there are only 3 different activities. One is to create a new sales inquiry using transaction VA11. If you want to make some changes in the inquiries, let's say the customer has inquired for 10 quantity first, and later on he said, no, now I only require 8, or maybe I require 20, so that you can change with VA12. And if you just want to display the inquiry which is already created, you can go to transaction VA13. Okay, let me double click on this one now. So system is asking me the inquiry type. If you remember, even when we created the sales order, okay, so if I go to transaction VA01, system is asking me the order type. You can see the screen is very much similar if I compare inquiry as well as order. Not only inquiry as well as order, even if you go back and try to open the quotation, when you try to create the quotation also, you will be able to see the same thing. If I double click on VA21, again you can see system is asking you the quotation type. So all these things, including my inquiry, quotation, or even order, these are all called as sales document types. Okay, so for example, the standard document type which is provided for inquiry, if I do F4, it is IN. This IN is a standard sales document type provided by SAP for creating the inquiries. Okay, where exactly this is configured? So let's parallelly go to the configurations also so that you are able to understand clearly. So all the configurations related to sales and distribution are available under the sales and distribution tab. Open it. Within this, go to sales. Within sales, you can see sales document configuration. Open this. You'll be able to see sales document header. Okay, you can see this information, what I'm providing currently, inquiry, this is coming under the header. I will tell you in the next screen, you will get to understand what is the difference between the header and the items. So as of now, this inquiry type is part of header information. Okay, and that is the reason I will select sales document header, open this, and you can see define the sales document types. So all the document types, whether it is inquiry type, order type, or the quotation type, everything you will be able to see under define sales document types. If you just open this, you can see all the different document types. For example, if I click on position and I want to know the sales document type IN, which is for inquiry, you can see you are able to see here. Similarly, QT is used for the quotation. Okay, you can see quotation is also appearing here. If you remember, the sales order type that we used was OR. You will be able to see OR also as a sales document type. Okay, what exactly is sales document type now? If I double click on this, you will be able to provide lot of default information, which this sales document type can control. Okay, first of all, you can provide the code up to 4 digits. So normally SAP already provides you the standard document types, but if required, we may need to create our own document types. For example, SAP has provided some settings here. Okay, but let's assume we are not happy with the settings. We want to make a small change here. If you want to make the change, it is not recommended to make the change in the standard delivered. This is provided by SAP, and whatever has been provided by SAP, we should not directly make the change there. So what we normally do is we copy it. You can see there is a copy button. Okay, here also, or if you can come out here also, if you can select this and click on this copy button, you can provide your own code. Okay, I want to copy OR. So I will not select QT. I will select OR. Right, so I want to copy this OR. I can provide my own code. So for example, I want to provide ZOR, which is very common. Okay, normally in most of the customers, wherever you will be going for the implementation or the support project, most of the time they are not using the standard one because they may have made some small changes or they don't want it to use the standard delivered by SAP. So they normally create their own starting with Z and the actual code. So OR is the actual code and I'm just entering additional Z here. Okay, and it is 4-digit. Maximum sales document type length can be 4 digits. So I hope ZOR maybe someone has already created, and that is the reason I'm trying ZOR1. Now let's see what are the other important things here. This is just a text, whatever text you want to give. For example, I want to tell the system that this is the order type which I'm going to use for RECH. So this is just a text. Whatever you want to write, you can write here. It is asking you sales document category. Okay, so if I do F4, it will tell you whether this document type is relevant to inquiries, or it is related to quotation, or it is related to order, or scheduling agreement, returns, credit memo. You can see there are a lot of options available. So in my case, it is related to order, and that is the reason I'm not changing it. Okay, I want to use this ZOR1 for creating the new sales orders whenever I'm going to create a sales order using transaction VA01. Okay, then there are some additional fields like indicator. Okay, what is this indicator? So if you want to see the details, you can just click on F1. So for display in TVAK, so this is just for the reporting purpose. Normally you can see even the standard system has not put any value here. We can skip this as of now. Whatever are important, we will discuss those first. If you want to block a particular sales document, if you want to tell the system that I created this, but now I don't want to use this. So what you can do is you can just come here and you can say that the sales document type is blocked. When you say the sales document type is blocked, this cannot be used in your creation of sales orders. Whenever you try to use this sales order type ZOR1, system will throw error that this document type is blocked. Okay. Then the number ranges. Okay, what are these number ranges? So for example, if I try to create a new sales order, or we already created few sales orders. So in order to display that sales orders, I'll go to transaction VA03. Okay, so this is one of the sales order, if you remember, we created. Okay, this is a sales order number that we have created. How system determined this number? Why not 4-digit? Why not 5-digit? Why not 10 digits? Why only 3-digit number has been generated by the system? This is totally based on the number range which is assigned to the document type. Okay, you can see number range assigned here is 01. Its internal number range assigned is 01. Okay, what exactly is this 01? So if I just take you to the number range configurations. So again, within SPRO, IMG, sales and distribution, within sales, sales documents, header, and you can see define. So this one we are discussing, define the sales document type. Just next to this is define the number range for the sales documents. So which number range are we talking about? We are talking about number range 01. Right, this number range 01 is assigned to our sales order type. Okay, and what are the numbers within this number range? So the numbers within this number range are starting from 1 and it is provided up to 49999, out of which currently we reached this number. Right, so the next number that will be generated for document type OR or document type ZOR1 would be 752 because the number will be taken from here. Okay, so if you want to have a separate number, so that looking at the number itself, you should be able to identify whether this is a sales order or the quotation or the inquiry. You can create different number ranges, and for each type of document, you can provide the different numbers. Okay, let's see. Let me show you one inquiry that I created. So if I go to sales document and display, I want to see the inquiries which are created for our sales organization, which is RECH. So I only created one inquiry as of now. Okay, and you can see this inquiry number is 100006. Why?